Well, yeah, thanks for joining me again for my real walkthrough of Doom. I know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm going to be going at a blistering pace. It's going to be hard to keep up with this dubbed commentary, so let me just freeze frame here, give you a little intro. In this area, there are two chainsaw fuels. You must use them, okay? You must use your chainsaw. And there's also a berserk power-up. Power-ups are special orbs where you run into them and they give you special powers for a certain amount of time. It takes like 15 or 20 seconds by default. And the berserk power-up will take away all your weapons and equip you with just your fists, but your fists can do an instant kill on anything. Real fun. Totally fun. Alright, so we also have the heavy assault rifle at our disposal. Whenever you do a chainsaw kill, it refills a lot of ammo, so we might as well empty out the heavy assault rifle at the beginning. And we have the tactical scope on it, and I'm going to demonstrate the power of the tactical scope on the heavy assault rifle. That's it, let's get right to it. Okay, with your heavy assault rifle equipped, go in, hit the airlock control, scope it right away. Look for the explosive barrel right there. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for that possessed soldier. Boom, hit it. Puts them both into stagger mode. 3 possessed soldiers down right away. Now you can just pick off all these imps off in the distance. Make sure you go for headshots because you'll kill them right quick. Alright? This is the power of the heavy assault rifle. And we just started modding it. We got the Skullcracker mod. Now we're going to go for the Berserk power up. I wouldn't do what I'm doing here. I just can't resist shooting imps with a shotgun. I just can't resist, but you shouldn't do that. Just go straight for the power up. Here's the Berserk power up. Got only your fists, but anything you hit is an instant kill. Instant kill. Instant kill on the security. Shield, shield. I don't care about no stinking shield. Go on an imp hunt right now. Imp, imp, imp. Hunt them all down. Smack them up. Yeah. Get some. Sweet revenge. You're not invincible, but like I said, with the instant kill, hey, who cares? Now, when that runs out, go to your chainsaw right away, okay? This is one of my favorite runs in the game, by the way. Hey, chainsaw that motherfucker. Chainsaw anything that comes up against you. Once again, sweet revenge. I was determined to go after that possessed soldier. I should have went after that imp, but whatever. Okay, chainsaw's empty. Let's get the fuel right here. There it is right there. Grab it. Once again, chainsaw. Anything and everything. You're pretty much invincible with the chainsaw too. You get 3 shots at this point. Once we get the Argent Cell, we're going to bump it up to 4 by putting points into ammo. So as you can see, things are pretty thin already. I've totally pwned this area. Just down to a couple of 3 imps, and you know, they don't want to come down and mix it up with the Slackster because they just saw what happened to their buddies. And they're going to get more of the same. There we go, so that's it. Berserk is used up. Chainsaw fuel is used up, and my heavy assault rifle is, well, was empty, but now it's full again because whenever you use the chainsaw, there's this big splash of ammo. There's some more chainsaw fuel right there. So our chainsaw is full again. That's why I told you, definitely use the chainsaw, okay? No excuse for not using it. Nice explosive shot there. Alright, now let's go get some armor and the second to last secret. Let's exploit this barrel here, blow that guy away. You can see the power of the tactical scope. Okay, get this armor 50 here. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, climb up this crate here, climb up here, turn to the right, go up this slope, do a 180. Jump up here, climb up the ladder, turn to the left a bit at the top, go up these little stairs at the end, hang a left, go into this area here, and get one of my favorite Doom little guys, the fist bump little guy. I just love this. Gives him a little fist bump. I just love that. That gets me every time. It kind of chokes me up. Yeah. Tactical scope on the heavy assault rifle. Most of the enemies are using ranged attacks. So yeah, you gotta even the odds somehow. Definitely get the tactical scope on the heavy assault rifle and even the odds. Now get this guy to give you a hand to realign the satellite. There you go. Now Samuel Hayden.
Access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
He wants to give us something. Give us what we need. Okay, let's oblige him. So, back out here. Take the elevator down. When we get out, we're going to be ambushed by some imps and probably a possessed soldier or two. So, once again, heavy assault rifle, headshots. Take them down hard and fast. Yeah. When they're lining up one of those mega fireballs, I just love killing them with the heavy assault rifle. There's nothing more satisfying. Okay, so once they're all down, go over here, hang a left. Don't forget the imp at the end there. And then do a little Super Mario over here, and you have to climb up here. I find platforming in this game a little awkward. Just a little awkward. Some more armor here, armor 50 here. Hook up your chainsaw again, because we're going to refill it again. So there's no point not using it. Down goes that possessed soldier, down goes the security, down goes another possessed soldier. Just whack those guys right out, no mercy. Yeah, we're going to refill it again, so might as well use it. Okay, hit the airlock control. Heavy assault rifle, once again, headshots. Maybe throw in a little bouillabaisse, a.k.a. grenade. Just there you go, down goes that imp, and we're going in there to hit this switch right here, access control. Hit that up, that'll open the door and let you continue. Same deal here, headshots, heavy assault rifle. Keep practicing this, okay? Headshots with the heavy assault rifle. There is a method to my madness. You're gonna have to get 50 headshots later on to get a special mod or upgrade. So might as well practice now. And besides, you do extra headshot damage with the Skullcracker mod. Now there's going to be a security up ahead. This is an easy way to take down security with the explosive shot on the shotgun. I'm going to show you. Just shoot it right next to them, okay? And it takes 2 shots to do them in. Right next to them. Because the explosive shot goes behind their shield. That's an easy way to take down those guys. If you shoot it right at the shield, they'll be pretty much invulnerable. Okay? Shoot it right next to them. Okay, we're going to get the final Praetor Suit token in this area. Watch out for the imp at the end. Try out your plasma rifle a little bit. Get some armor and a Praetor Suit token. This will give us 1 Praetor point, I believe, at this point. We're going to stockpile 3 to get the final environmental resistance upgrade, which is Barrels of Fun. You definitely want that. It will make you immune, completely immune to explosive barrel damage. This is a munitions box. Completely refills your ammo with the exception of the chainsaw, okay? So whenever you see one of those, use it strategically, if you can, to refill your ammo. It doesn't refill the chainsaw though, so be advised. Okay, throwing a grenade there. A little bit of pistol action. Practicing my headshots. This imp here, I've never seen this before. I thought there may be a glass and that's why he couldn't get the fireball through, but it wasn't true. He finally gets it through and I'm like, what? Hey, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing there? It's funny how that explosive shot kind of temporarily tripped him up there. That was cool. That's pretty cool animation. And that's it. We're near the end. We're going to get the final secret. It's right here, up there. Do a little platforming. And there we go. Major Slack is in fine style. These are my usual platforming skills. Thank you for the compliments, by the way. Everyone's going, wow, you really improved your Super Mario skills, Slack. Yeah, you're not seeing what's going on behind the scenes. Anyway, here you go. Final secret. And that's it. This area, or this level, has been 100%ed. Let's go talk to Samuel Hayden.
It's a gift.
This is an Argent cell.
It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
You're going to encounter a number of these throughout your journeys in the game. This will give you the option to upgrade your armor, your health, or your ammo. Alright? And I strongly recommend to go for ammo first and max it out. Alright? This will make all your weapons hold more ammo. Most particularly the chainsaw. You see it has 4 slots now instead of 3.
I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
There we go. So that's the next level, the foundry. We're right near the end of resource operations. All you have to do to finish off is go here. Hang it right, and there is the exit switch. Now I'm gonna go back and try to see if I can find some armor. I couldn't find any, so that's it. And we 100%ed this level. Booyah. Well, yeah, okay, let's take a look at the UI. Since this is a short video, let's take a look at the UI, the user interface, for those of you who are interested in buying this game and you want to know what you're getting into. This is what you start out with. Actually, just go back one screen. This is what you start out with. There's a multiplayer component. This is the campaign component, and there's a custom map component. Going into the campaign, you get 3 slots to save your games. All right, you can't save the game manually. The game is saved according to checkpoints. As soon as you reach a certain checkpoint, the game is saved automatically, but you can have 3 games going at once. All right, so if you want to start a new game and keep your save from another game going, that's the way that works. All right, let's choose this game slot. This game slot is currently at level 5, so there will be some minor spoilers in this tutorial here for those of you following my walkthrough. This is what you face. You can go back and replay any mission you like that you've already played before to go back and pick up items that you might have missed. And here, as you go over each mission, you get a complete rundown of what you've got and what you haven't got. As you can see in the Argent Facility mission, I did not do this challenge here. Perform 2 death from above glory kills on Hell Knights. You can go back and get that. Okay, you can go back and get that later on, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, so there's that option there. What happens is, as soon as you reach a checkpoint, when you're replaying a mission, it will save your progress, and then you can just exit. You don't have to complete the mission. You can just exit, and whatever secrets or stuff that you picked up while you're replaying the mission will stick, and you can go back to picking up where you left off previously. Alright, so that's the way that works. There's that. But other than that, it's a checkpoint save system. Alright, next, classic maps. Any classic maps you discovered, you can play the entire classic map. Alright, they give you a little piece of each classic map to discover as a secret in each mission. And if you want to play the entire map, this is where you do it, okay, from this screen here. Classic maps. Also, rune trials. I'll get into that later, but I'll just cover this now. Any rune trials that you discovered, you can replay here. Collectibles. This is where you can see all the collectibles that you've acquired so far. And settings, of course. Alright, let's go into this game slot here. Okay, we loaded up the middle of level 5 for demonstrational purposes. Okay, let's go into what they call the Dossier. Okay, 5 different sections to the Dossier mission. This shows you the map and all your mission information. Okay, this is everything I've done in this level so far. This is your arsenal screen. This is all about your weapons. This is your Praetor suit screen. This is all about your Praetor suit and how much you've upgraded it. This is your rune trial screen. This is something that we haven't covered yet in the walkthrough. You get rune trials starting in level 4, if I recall correctly. Yeah, in level 4 you get these special challenges where you go up to this rune trial, you interact with the special rune trial icon in the mission. Okay, it's right in the mission itself, and you'll get taken to a special map, and you'll be given one weapon, and you have to complete a challenge using that one weapon. Alright, and you will get bonuses after you earn these runes. Okay, so here I have the vacuum 1 rune that I earned. Here are all the runes that I've earned so far, and you get 3 slots. The other 2 slots get unlocked after you complete more rune trials, but for now I only have 1 slot, and I have any of these 3 runes I can equip in this slot. So let's say I want to swap out to this one here, Dazed and Confused, which makes the stagger effect last longer. Or I could choose this one here, Ammo Boost 1, which gives me more ammo drops from demons when I kill them. Alright, so that's the rune trial screen that we haven't covered yet. Let's go back to the mission map screen. This gives you all the information about your current mission. Okay, all the challenges you need to do, all the exploration items that you've gotten so far. Elite guards, field drones, argent cells, and rune trials. Alright, you can turn this stuff off and on by pressing your interact button. Okay, whatever that is for you. For me it's E. Press your interact button and turn it on and off. Unfortunately, the map always boots up with this stuff on, which really bugs the crap out of me because I just want to get right to the map a lot of times. Alright, but you can turn it on and off by pressing your interact button. Now, as for the map, there's a 2D version and a 3D version. You could toggle between the 2D version and the 3D version by pressing your back button, whatever that is for you. For me it's C. Press the back button and you go to the 2D version, press it again and you go to the 3D version. Alright, in both versions, I'm on the PC version of the game. Okay, in both versions of the map, 2D or 3D, you can use your left mouse button to scroll the map around on the XY axis. Alright, use the left mouse button to scroll the map around on the XY axis. That's in the 2D version as well. Alright, scroll it around, and you can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. In the 3D version, if you want to know how to scroll the map or like move the map around on the Z axis, use your right mouse button. Alright, I'm using my right mouse button, and now we can move the map around on all axes. Okay, the Z axis, up and down like that. So if you want to, like, if you're wondering how you do that, that's how you do that. Alright, I believe that's the correct way to describe that, the Z axis. Anyways, you know what I mean. Alright, so that's it about the map. Only thing that really bugs me about the map is there's no north, south, east, or west, and the map, the way it boots up, there's no rhyme or reason whatsoever. It boots up any which way. It doesn't like boot up with your guy always facing up. It could be any which way, which bugs the crap out of me because I always spend a lot of time reorienting myself every time I boot up the map. And it really slows me down when it comes to exploration. Probably slow you down too. You know, and it always boots up with the stuff on, so I always have to turn it off, reorient myself, and then start looking around. So I don't know if they did that on purpose or if it's just an oversight, but that really slows me down. Alright, that's the map. Next, arsenal screen. Here's all your weapons. You're probably very familiar with this now because I've been upgrading the heavy assault rifle and the shotgun so far. Here's the weapons I've gotten so far at this point in the game, or according to the save. Okay, that's a shotgun, super shotgun, heavy assault rifle, which is maxed out now, plasma rifle, rocket launcher, and the pistol. The super shotgun have pre-installed mods, so you don't have to spend any fuel drones getting mods for them. All the others you have to get mods by getting fuel drones. Right? Let's focus on, say, the heavy assault rifle. So this is the tactical scope mod. The other mod is micro missiles, if I recall correctly. Okay. Each upgrade that you get for mod, the first upgrade you get, no matter which one you select, costs 1 weapon point. Here's your list of weapon points right there. Those are Praetor suit points. Those are weapon points. So the first upgrade you get costs 1 weapon point. The next upgrade you get costs 3 weapon points, and the next upgrade you get costs 5 weapon points, regardless of which upgrade you select. And for the most part, once you get all 3 upgrades, they give you this special mastery challenge, where if you complete the challenge using that weapon, then you get a bonus upgrade. And here the mastery challenge for the tactical scope was to get 50 headshots while zoomed with the tactical scope. And I indeed did get that, and now ammunition fired while zoomed uses experimental heavy damage rounds. Okay, and all weapons have this mastery challenge that's offered to you once you get all the upgrades. All right, so that's how that works. And that's pretty much it for the weapon screen. Let's move on to the Praetor suit screen. These are all the upgrades that you can get for the Praetor suit. These are the Praetor suit points right there. Environmental resistance. This is all about defense. Area scanning technology. This is all about looking for secrets. This is all about equipment. You're going to get more equipment besides the grenade coming up. So if you want your equipment to recharge faster and you want more charges at your disposal, this is the one to upgrade. This is about power-ups, such as the Berserk power-up, which we just used. If you want the power-ups to last longer, and if you want other special, let's say, bonuses on top of the power-ups, this is the one to upgrade. All right. With these Praetor suit upgrades, it's a little different than the weapon. Some of them are a little different than the weapon mod upgrades. Some of them are locked out until you get the first one. I believe that's the way it works. No, I believe they're all like that. That's right. Yeah, you have to choose the first one, and these 2 are locked out until you choose the first one and you get the first one. Then you have to get the next one, and then you have to get the bottom one. Yeah, that's right. They all work like that. Yeah. So it's in order. It's not like weapon upgrades where you could choose any one you want to start out with, right? Here's an example. These 2 are locked out until you get this one. Same with this. These 2 are locked out until you get this one at the top. All right. So that's the way that works. Next, rune trials. We covered this already. There's not really much I can add to that. And finally, your database, your codex. All right. Around the game, all around the game, you find these special codexes, which will fill in information on your codex screen. This is basically your database. Everything about everything in the game. There is a tutorial section. I think some of these are filled in automatically. You don't have to pick up codexes to get the information. Others you have to get the codex. Alright. And once again, I will not be picking up codexes unless they're in my face. But even then, I don't really care much about this. A lot of this is just what I would call lore, the story of the summoner. I'm more interested in strategic information. which, you know, I find myself plowing through a paragraph or two of lore before they finally feed me a little bit of information about how to deal with the monster strategically, and I find that annoying, so I don't really get into this much. I never have gotten into the lore in video games. So I think that pretty much covers all the bases. So that's it. That's the user interface in Doom. Finally, do I recommend this game? Yes, I highly recommend this game. It's a hell of a lot of fun. It's a total blast, action-packed, non-stop. Alright, so there we go. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining and or informative, please subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this hot off the press. Coming up next, the Foundry Level 3. Alright, see you next video.